Good evening. Welcome to beautiful Bicentennial Park and this year's production of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. Before we begin, there's a few people that I would like to thank. The City of Asheboro, Technical Services, the Office of Cultural and, I forget what it is. Hold on, let me look. I'm gonna look, I'm cheating.
Recreation.
Recreation. I forgot recreation, that's so bad. Okay, recreation. Also the Asheboro Police Department. I would also like to point out the City of Asheboro provides us with this very nice bathroom back here. It's this white trailer back behind those trees there. If you would like to support RSVP, you have a couple of ways that you can do that. We do have donation buckets at the front here. You can also become part of one of our productions. That can happen on stage. We are having auditions for Orson Welles' War of the Worlds tomorrow night from 7 to 9 back here in the Randolph Arts Guild. Or it can happen behind the scenes. We do need a lot of help behind the scenes. You don't have to learn lines. You don't have to walk onto stage at all if you don't want to. But we need a lot of help to make these productions happen. So if you're interested in doing any of that at all, just let us know. Inside your program, there is a yellow interest survey. This is very, very important to us. It helps us to find out what it is you want to see on the stage. So if there's a particular play that you've been just dying to see here in Asheboro, write that down for us, okay? If you fill this out and turn it in tonight, at any point, you will be entered into a drawing for free season tickets for RSVP's productions for this season. So just take a second, borrow a pen from somebody. Also, if you look back, you'll see this little white tent back here. The City of Asheboro is providing free water. They also have some other little goodies that they have back there if you'd like those. Before we get started, I have one little piece of business. I'm going to ask you all to please check your cell phones and electronic devices. Make sure they are off or turned off or silenced. So just take a second to do that for me real quick. We are going to have a 15-minute intermission partway through. And at that point, that's a perfect opportunity if you'd like to go check out the bathrooms, go talk to the City of Asheboro back there and get a bottle of water, anything like that, okay? So I hope you enjoy our production. We worked very hard on it. I present Shakespeare's Julius Caesar.
Caesar!
Who calls?
Bid every noise be still, peace yet again.
Who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue shriller than all the music cries Caesar. Speak! Caesar has time to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
What man is that?
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Set him before me. I will see his face.
Fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
He is a dreamer. Let us leave him. Pass.
Brutus, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I was wont to have. You bear too stubborn and too strange a hand over your friend that loves you.
Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my looks, I've turned the troubles of my countenance merely upon myself. Vexed have I been of late, with passions of some difference, conceptions proper only to myself. Therefore, my good friends, be not grieved. Cassius be you in that number that can construe no further the neglect than poor Brutus at himself with war forgets the show of love to other men.
Then, Brutus, I much mistook your passion. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face?
Cassius, the eye sees not itself, but by reflection, by some other things.
'Tis just, and 'tis very much lamented, Brutus, that you've no such mirrors as would turn your hidden worthiness into your eye, that you might see your shadow. I have heard where many of the best respected Rome, except immortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus, and groaning underneath this age's yoke, have wished that noble Brutus had his eyes.
What danger will you lead me to, Cassius, that you would have me seek into myself for that which is not in me?
Therefore, good Brutus, be prepared to hear. And since you know you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet know not of.
What means this shouting? I do fear they choose Caesar as a king.
Aye, do you fear it? Then must I think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius, but I love him well. But wherefore do you keep me here so long? What is it that you would impart to me? If it be for the general good, then set honor in one eye and death in the other, and I will look upon both indifferently. But God so speed me, I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I do know your outward favor. Well, honor is the subject of my story. I was born free as Caesar, so were you. We both have fed as well, and we can both endure the winter's cold as well as he. And this man is now become a god, and Cassius is a wretched creature and must bend his body as Caesar carelessly, but not on him.
And as the general shout, I believe these are for new applauses, are for new honors heaped upon Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we, petty men, walk under his huge legs and peep out to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Men at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that Caesar? Why should that name be sounded more than yours? Write them together, yours is as fair a name. Sound them, it doth become the mouth as well. Weigh them, it is as heavy. Brutus will start a spirit as soon as Caesar.
What you would work me to, I have some aim. How I have thought of these and of these times I shall recount hereafter. But for the present I would not. And I would entreat you with love, be any further moved.
I am glad that my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus. As they pass by, pluck Casca by the sleeve, and he will, after his sour fashion, tell you what hath proceeded.
I will do so. But look you, Cassius, the angry spot that glow on Caesar's brow.
Casca will tell us what the matter is.
Anthony,
Caesar?
let me have about the men who are fat, sleek-headed men and such as sleepless night. Young Cassius has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Oh, fear him not, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He's a noble Roman and well given.
Would that he were fatter. But I fear him not yet. I think if my name were liable to fear, there is no man I should avoid so soon as that fat Cassius. He reads not. He's a great observer, and looks quite through the deeds of men. Such men as he are never at heart sees what they behold a greater than themselves. Therefore, they are very dangerous.
You pulled my cloak. Would you speak with me?
Aye, Casca. Tell us what has chanced today that Caesar looks so sad.
Why, you were with him, were you not?
Then I should not ask Casca what has chanced.
Why, he was offered a crown. And being offered it, he put it by with the back of his hand thus, and then the people fell a-shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why, for that too.
They shouted thrice. What was the third cry for?
Why, for that too.
Was the crown offered him thrice?
Aye, marry was it, and thrice he put it by, each time gentler than the other, and with each putting by mine honest neighbors shouted.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony.
And he come thus sad away?
Aye,
Did Cicero say anything?
aye, he spoke Greek.
To what effect?
Those who understood him smiled at one another and nodded their heads, but for mine own part it was Greek to me.
Will you sup with me tonight, Casca?
No, I am promised forth.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
Aye, if I be alive and your mind hold and your dinner worth the eating,
Good. I will expect you.
do so. Farewell both.
What a blunt fellow that is grown to be. For this time I will leave you. But if you please to speak with me tomorrow, I will come home to you, or if you like, come home to me and I'll wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble, yet I see thy honorable metal may be wrought from that it is deposed. Caesar doth bear me hard, but he loves Brutus. I will this night, in several hands, as if they came from several citizens, writings all tending to the great opinion Rome holds of his name. After this, let Caesar seat him sure, or we will shake him, or worse days endure.
Oh, Lucius. When, Lucius, when? I cannot give guess to how close so near today. What, Lucius? Boy, Lucius.
My lord, you called?
Yes. Get me a taper to my study, and when it is lighted, come and call me here.
I will, my lord.
It must be by his death. I cannot think of a personal cause as to why he would be crowned. He would be crowned. How that would change his nature, now there is the question. It is a bright day that brings forth the adder that craves wary walking. Now crown him that. And he will do mischief with his words. But I've never known when his notions swayed more than his reasons. But his common proof, lowliness is young ambition's letter. Therefore, think of him as a serpent's egg, which hatched would like his kind grow mischievous and kill him in the shell.
Sir, I found this paper thus sealed up, and I am sure it did not lie there when I went to bed.
Get thee to bed. Boy, is tomorrow not the Ides of March?
I know not, sir.
Look in the calendar, bring me word.
I will, my lord.
Brutus, thou sleepest. Awake and see thyself. These instigations have often been dropped where I took them up. Speak, strike, redress. Am I entreated to speak and strike? O Rome, I make thee promise. If redress will follow, thou receivest thy full petition at the hand of Brutus.
Sir, March is wasted 15 days.
'Tis good. Go to the gate, somebody knocks. Since Cassius did whet me against Caesar, I have not slept. Between the acting of this dreadful motion and the motion itself, the whole interim is like a dreadful dream.
Sir, 'tis Cassius is at the door.
Is he alone?
No, sir, there is another with him.
Do you know him?
No, sir. His hat is put about his ears and half his face is buried under his cloak. That by no means may I discover them by any mark of favor.
Let them enter. Oh, conspiracy! Shamest thou to hide thy dangerous brow by night, where evils are most free? Oh, where can thou find a day, a cavern dark enough to hide thy monstrous visage? I'd seek none conspiracy. Hide it in smiles and affability.
I think we are too long upon your rest. Tomorrow, Brutus, do we trouble you?
No, I've been up this hour, awake all night. Give me your hands.
Let us swear a resolution.
No, not an oath. If these motives be weak, break up betimes and every man hence to the idle bed. But if these be, as I'm sure they do, bear fire to kindle cowards and to steal with valor the melting spirit of women, then, countrymen, what spur do we need but our own cause? Where what other oath and honesty to honesty engage that this shall be, or we will fall for it.
What of Cicero? Shall we sound him? I think he will stand very strong with us.
Let us not leave him out.
No, name him not. Let us not break with him. He will never follow what the other man does.
Then leave him out.
Indeed, he is not fit. Shall no one else be touched but only Caesar?
Well urged. I think it is not meet that Mark Antony, so beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. Let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will send to bloody Cassius, to cut off the head and hack the limbs, for Antony is but a limb of Caesar. But alas, Caesar must plead for it. So, gentle friends, let us kill him boldly, but not wrathfully, for this will make our purpose seem necessary and not envious. We shall be called purgers, not murderers. For Mark Antony, think not of him, for he is no more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head is off.
Yet I feared him for the engrafted love he bears to Caesar.
Do not think of him, Cassius. All that he can do is to do to himself. Give thought and die for Caesar.
Please count the clock.
The clock hath stricken 3. 'Tis time to part.
It is doubtful yet if Caesar will come forth today or no. He's grown superstitious of late.
Nay, we will all of us be there to fetch him.
By the 8th hour,
The morning comes upon us. We'll leave you, Brutus. Remember what we have said, and show yourselves true Romans.
good morrow, both.
Nor heaven nor earth have been at peace tonight. Thrice hath Calpurnia sleep cried out, "Help, ho! They murder Caesar!" Who's within?
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall go forth. The things that threaten me now look but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are banished.
Caesar, I never stood upon ceremonies, yet now they fright me. Graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce fiery warriors fought upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons, and right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the Capitol. The noise of battle enlarged the air. Horses did neigh, and dying men did groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. Oh, Caesar! These things are beyond all use, and I do fear them.
What could be avoided whose end is purposed by the mighty gods? Caesar shall go forth. These predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards die many times before the deaths. The valiant never tasted death but once. Of all the wonders I yet have seen, it seems to me most strange that men should fear. Seems that death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Caesar shall fall.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house and not your own. We'll send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say that you are not feeling well today. Let me, please let me upon my knees prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well, and for thy humor I will stay at home. This casket, he will tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
And you come in very happy time to bear my greetings to the senators and to tell them I will not come today. Cannot is false, that I dare not false, sir. I will not come today. Tell them so, Casca.
Say that he is sick.
Shall Caesar send a lie? Have I in conquest stretched my arm so far as to be afraid to tell graybeards the truth? I, Casca, tell them I will not come today.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for thy private satisfaction, I will tell thee. Calpurnia here, my wife, stays me at home. Last night she dreamt she saw my statue, like a fountain with 100 spouts did flow pure blood. And many lusty Romans came to bathe their hands in it. On her knees she has begged me that I will stay at home today.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision, fair and fortunate. Your statue, spouting blood in many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathe, signifies that from you, great Rome shall suck reviving blood. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified.
And in this way you have well expounded it.
I have, when you have heard what I can say. The Senate have concluded this day to give a crown to mighty Caesar. If you send word you shall not come, their minds may change. Besides, it were a mock apt to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate till another time when Caesar's wife meets with better dreams.
How foolish your affairs seem now, Calpurnia. I'm ashamed I did yield to them. I will go. Look, where Brutus has come to fetch me. What is the clock?
Caesar struck an 8.
Ah, I thank thee for thy pains and courtesy. Good morrow, Antony.
So to most noble Caesar.
Bid them prepare within. I am to blame for being thus waited for. Cassius, I have an hour's talk in store for you. Remember that you call on me today. Be near me that I remember you.
Caesar, I will. And so near will I be that your best friend shall wish I had been further.
Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me, and we, like friends, straight away will go together.
That every like is not the same, O Caesar. The heart of Brutus yearns to think upon.
The eyes of March are come.
Aye, but not yet gone.
I wish today your enterprise may thrive.
What enterprise?
Fare you well.
What's it, Populus?
He wished today our enterprise might thrive. I fear our purpose is discovered.
Be not conscious. Look to Caesar and mark him.
Task could be sudden, for we fear prevention. Brutus, what shall be done? If this be known, Cassius or Caesar shall never turn back, for I will slay myself.
Be constant, Cassius. Populus speak not of our purpose. For look, his smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Look you, Brutus, Mark Antony is away.
Press me and second him.
Casca, you are the first that rears your hand.
Are we all ready? Now, what is now in this that Caesar and his Senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty Caesar, Popilius throws before thy feet a humble heart.
I must prevent thee, Popilius. Thy brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fall for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound so sweetly in great Caesar's ear for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that this man's brother be of freedom and repeal.
What? Brutus!
Pardon, Caesar, Caesar, pardon. As low as to thy foot doth Cassius fall to beg enfranchisement for the brother.
I would be moved if I were as you. I would praise move if prayers would move me. But I am as constant as the northern star. I was constant that the brother of Popilius be banished, and constant do remain to keep him so.
Oh, Caesar!
Hence, wilt thou lift up Olympus and speak for me? Hey, to Brute! This false Caesar!
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead! Run, hence proclaim it about the streets!
We'll have a brief 15-minute intermission. If you could, please donate to the Caesar Burial Fund. And make sure you fill out the feedback form in your program for a chance to win some season tickets.
Is Antony fled to his house amazed. Men, wives, and children stare, cry out, and run as it were doomsday.
Fates, we will know your pleasures. That we shall die, we know. It is the time and the drawing of days that men stand upon.
Why, he that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off so many years of fearing death.
Grant that, then death is a benefit. So are we Caesar's friends that have abridged his time of fearing death. Stoop, Roman, stoop, and bathe our hands in Caesar's blood up to our elbows. Then walk we forth and cry, liberty, freedom, peace.
How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted over, in states unborn and accents yet unknown?
How many times will Caesar bleed in sport no worthier than the dust?
So oft as that shall be, so often shall the not of us be called the men that gave their country liberty. Every man away, Brutus shall lead, and we will grace his heels with the boldest and best hearts of Rome.
Soft, someone comes. It's a friend of Endony's.
Thus, Brutus, did my master bid me kneel, and thus he bade me say, Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, and honest. Caesar was mighty, bold, loyal, and loving. Say I love Brutus and I honor him. Say I feared Caesar, honored him, and loved him. If Brutus will vouchsafe that Antony may safely come to him and be resolved how Caesar hath deserved to lie in death, Mark Antony shall not love Caesar dead, so well as Brutus living, but will follow the fortunes and affairs of noble Brutus through the hazards of this untried state with all true faith, so says my master Antony.
Thy master is a wise and valiant Roman. I never thought him worse. Tell him, please come unto this place, and he shall be satisfied, and upon my honor depart untouched.
I'll fetch him presently.
I think we shall do well to have him friend.
I wish we may, but yet have I a mind that fears him much, and my misgivings still fall shrewdly to the purpose.
Here comes Mark Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony.
I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour, nor no instrument of half that worth as those your swords, made rich with the most noble blood of all this world, live 1,000 years, I'll not find myself so apt to die.
Oh, beg not your death of us, Antony. Although you see us as how bloody and cruel, you see but our bleeding hands and the bleeding business they have done. Our hearts, you see not? They are pitiful. And for you, Mark Antony, our swords have leaden points.
Your voice shall be as strong as any of ours in the disposing of new dignities.
Only be patient till we have appeased the masses, besides themselves with fear. Then we will deliver to you the cause why I that loved Caesar when I struck him have thus proceeded.
That I did love Caesar, oh, 'tis true. Had I as many eyes as he had wounds, weeping as fast as they stream forth his blood, it would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with his enemies. Here was he bade brave heart, here did he fall, and here his hunters stand.
Mark Antony.
Pardon me, Cassius, the enemies of Caesar will say this, that in a friend it is cold modesty.
I blame you not for praising Caesar so, but what compact mean you to have with us? Will you be Christ in the number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Friends am I with you all, and do love you all upon this hope that you give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Or else this was a setting spectacle. Our reasons are so full of good regards that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek. And am moreover suitor that I may, in the pulpit as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in his funeral. Know you how the people may be moved by that which you will utter?
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first, and give reasons of our Caesar's death. What Antony speaks, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by our permission. And we did honor Caesar to have lawful rites and ceremonies. I think it'll advantage more than do us wrong.
I know not what may fall. I like it not.
Mark Antony, you shall not at your funeral speech blame us, but devise all good you can of Caesar, and say you do it without permission. You will speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going after my speech is ended.
Be it so, I do desire no more. Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Woe to the hands that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy, a curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. And Caesar's spirit, ranging for revenge, shall cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not?
I do, Mark Antony.
Caesar did right for him to come to Rome.
Did receive the letters, and is on his way. Oh, Caesar.
Thy heart is big, get thee apart and weep. Passion I see is catching from mine eyes, seeing those Beads of sorrow stand in thine began to water. Is thy master coming?
He lies within the 7 leagues of Rome.
Post back with speed and tell him what hath chanced. Here is a mourning Rome, a dangerous Rome, no Rome of safety for Octavius. Yet hie hence and tell him so. Yet stay a while. Thou shalt not back until I have borne his corpse unto the marketplace. There shall I try in my oration how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men. Lend me your hand.
And give me audience, friends. Those that will hear me speak, let them stay here, and the public reasons for Caesar's death shall be rendered.
I will hear Brutus speak.
What is he going to say? Is he going to lie to us? What is he going to say?
The noble Brutus is ascended. Silence.
Romans, countrymen, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe in mine honor, and have respect to mine honor that you may believe. If there be any friends of Caesar in this assembly, to him I say, Brutus's love for Caesar was no less than his. And if that friend demanded why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I love Rome more. Had you rather Caesar be dead and live all free men, or that Caesar be living and die all slaves? That Caesar loved me, I weep for him. That he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. That he was valiant, I honor him. But that he was ambitious, I slew him. Here comes boring Mark Antony, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive all the benefits of his dying. A place in a commonwealth, and which of you shall not? With this I depart. I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to need my death.
Live, Brutus! Live!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. How ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet, Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal I did thrice present him with a kingly crown, which he thrice refused. Was this ambitious? Yet, Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he's an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but am here to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment! Thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar. I must pause till it come back to me.
I do think there is much reason in his saying.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had a great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear there will a worse come in his place.
Mark ye his words. Thrice Caesar refused the crown. Does that speak of ambition?
Now mark him, he begins again to speak.
But yesterday, the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence, O masters. If I were disposed to turn your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not wrong them. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong these honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood, yea, beg a hair for memory, and dying, mention it in their will, bequeathing it as rich a legacy unto their issue.
Read the will, Anthony.
The will! Gentle friends, I must not read it. It is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood. You are not stones, but men, and being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, will make you mad. It is good. You know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, oh, what would come of it? I have o'ershot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong these honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors, honorable men.
Yes. They were murderers and villains. The will, Mark Antony.
You will compel me then to read the will?
Yes.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that did this deed are honorable. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I'm no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain, blunt man who loves my friend. That they knew full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, action, nor utterance, nor power of speech to stir men's blood. Here is the will. Under Caesar's seal, he gives to every Roman citizen, to every several man, 75 drachmas.
Much more, Caesar, where revenge is dead!
Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors and new planted orchards this thy time, he hath left them you and to your heirs forever. Common pleasures to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar, when comes such another?
Traitors! Murderers!
Now let it work.
Once and for all.
Mischief, thou art afoot. Take thou what course thou wilt. How now, fellow?
Sir, Octavius has already come to Rome,
Where is he?
at Caesar's house.
Thither will I straight to visit him. He comes upon a wish. Fortune is merry, and in this mood will give us anything.
I heard him say that Brutus and Cassius are run like madmen through the gates of Rome.
Belike they took some notice of the people, how I had moved them. Bring me to Octavius.
near?
He is at hand,
How did he receive you? Let me be resolved.
with courtesy and with respect enough, but not with such familiar instances, nor with such free or friendly conferences as he hath used of old.
Thou hast described a hot friend cooling. Ever note, Lucius, when love begins to sicken and decay. Comes his army on?
They mean this night at Sardis to be quartered. The great part and the horse in general are come with Cassius.
Hark, I hear you. He has arrived.
Most noble brother.
Oh, Cassius, I'm sick of many griefs.
Of your philosophy you make no use if you give place to accidental evils.
No man bears sorrow better. Portia, my beloved, is dead.
Oh, insupportable and touching loss. Upon what sickness?
Impatient upon my absence, she fell distracted. Her attendant's absence swallowed fire.
And died so.
Even so.
Oh, ye immortal gods!
Speak no more of her. Give me wine. In this I bury all unkindnesses, Cassius.
Fill, Lucius, to the wine or swell the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
I have received here papers that say Caesar's heir, young Octavius, and Mark Antony come upon us with a mighty power, expending the expedition towards Philippi.
Myself have letters of the self-same tenor,
With what difference?
that by prescription and bills of outlawry, Octavius and Antony have put to death hundreds of senators.
Therein our letters do not agree. Mine speaks of 70 senators killed by the prescription. What do you think of marching to Philippi presently?
I do not think it good.
Your reason?
This is it. 'Tis better that the enemy seek us. So shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers, while we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness.
Good reasons must of course give place to better. Our legions are brimful. Our cause is right. The enemy increaseth every day. There is a tide in the affairs of men when taken at the flood will bring us fortune. Omitted, all his voyages abound in shallows and miseries. On such a full sea are we afloat. We must take the course as it comes, or lose all our ventures.
Then, with your will, go on. Wheel along ourselves and meet them at Philippi.
The dark of the night has crept upon us, and nature must obey necessity. Is there no more to say?
No more. Good night. Early tomorrow we'll rise and hence.
Good night, and good repose. Lucius, where is thy instrument?
In the tent.
Oh, look, Lucius. Here is the book I sent for so. I put it in my pocket.
I was sure your lordship did not give it to me.
Bear with me, I'm much unforgettable. Huh? Who comes here? It is a weakness of mine eyes that shapes this monstrous apparition. Art thou a god? An angel, or art thou the devil that makes my blood cold and my hair to stare? Speak to me what thou art.
Thy evil spirit, Brutus,
Why comest thou?
to tell thee this, thou shalt see me at Philippi.
Now I've taken art, thou vanishest. Ill spirit, I want to hold more talk with thee. Lucius! Lucius!
My lord!
Didst thou see anything?
Nothing, my lord.
Get thee to bed, faithful servant.
Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but keep to the hills and high regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand. They mean to warn us at Philippi here, answering us before we do demand it of them.
I know wherefore they do it. They could be content to visit other places and come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage, but 'tis not so.
Prepare you, generals. The enemy comes on in gallant show.
Octavius, lead your battle softly on upon the left hand of the even field.
Upon the right hand I, keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me in this exigent?
I do not cross you, but I will do so.
They stand and would have parley.
Stand fast, we must out and talk.
Mark Antony, shall we give sign of battle?
No, Octavius Caesar, we will answer on their charge. Make forth, the generals would have some words.
Words before blows, countrymen?
Oh, not that we love words more as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
In your bad strokes, Brutus, you give good words. Witness the hole you made in Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live Hail Caesar!"
Antony, the posture of your blows are yet unknown. But as for your words, they rob the bees and leave them honeyless.
Not stingless too?
Yes, and soundless too, for you have stolen their buzzing, Antony, and very wisely. Threat before you sting.
Yeah, villains, you did not so when your vile daggers hacked one another in the sides of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes and fawned like hounds, kissing Caesar's feet whilst from behind struck Caesar. Oh, you flatterers!
Flatterers! Now thank yourself, Brutus. This tongue had not offended so today, if Cassius might have rules.
Come, the cause. If arguing would make us sweat, the proof of it will turn to redder drops. I draw sword against conspirators. When thinks you this sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds are well avenged, or till another Caesar here added slaughter to the sword of traitors.
Thou canst not die by traitors' hands unless thou bringest them with thee.
So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus's sword.
If thou were the noblest of thy strain, young man, thou could not die more honorable.
A peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined with a masker and a reveler.
Old Cassius still.
Oh, come, Antony, away. Defiance, traitors, we hurl in your teeth. If you would fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Why no? Blow wind, swell bellow, and swim bark. The storm is up and all is on the hazard.
Forever and forever farewell, Cassius. If we do meet again, we shall smile. If not, this parting was well made.
Forever and forever farewell, Brutus. If we meet again, we'll smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made.
Well then, lead on. Man must know what's the end of the day's business. Suffice it knows when the end comes, and then the end is known. Come, ho, away!
Look, the villains fly. Myself up to mine own turned enemy.
Oh, Cassius, Brutus gave the word too early.
Look, are those our tents where I perceived the fire?
They are, my lord.
Oh, coward that I am to live so long, to see my best friend tame before my face. Come hither. With this dagger that ran through Caesar, search this bosom. Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the sword that killed thee.
Cassius is slain.
Oh, Julius Caesar. Thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad and turns out blades in our proper entrails. Come, Popilius Lucius, we will to the field and try fortune at a second fight.
I am Brutus, Marcus Brutus I. Brutus, my country's friend, know me for Brutus.
Yield or thou diest.
Only I yield to die. Kill Brutus and be be honored in his death.
We must not, a noble prisoner.
Tell Anthony Brutus is taken.
Brutus is taken. Brutus is taken, my lord.
Where is he?
Safe, Antony. Brutus is safe enough. I dare assure thee that no enemy shall ever take alive the noble Brutus.
This is not Brutus. But I assure you, a prize no less in worth. I'd rather have such men my friends than enemies. Go on and see whether Brutus be alive or dead, and bring us word unto Octavius' tent how everything has chanced.
Come, poor remnants of friends. Rest on this rock.
Sir, Cassius is slain. Others are taken or slain.
Slaying is the word. It's a deed in fashion. Hark thee, Lucius.
What says my lord?
The ghost of Caesar hath twice several times visited me by night. At Sardis once, and again last night here at Philippi Fields. I know my hour has come.
Not so, my lord. Not so.
Yes, it is so, Lucius. Thou seest how it goes. The enemy has beat us to the pit. It is more worthy we leap in than tarry and let them push us. Here, hold my dagger, whilst I run in it.
That's not an office for a friend, my lord.
Farewell, countrymen. My heart the joy they get in all my life. There is no one but he that hath faith in me. I shall have glory by this losing day. More than Octavius or Mark Antony shall ever attain. Night hangs upon my eyes. My bones would rest.
Fare you well, my lord. Give me your hand.
Goodbye, good Lucius. Ah! Caesar, now be still. I killed not thee with half so good a will.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. All the conspirators, save only he did that they did in envy of great Caesar. He only, in a general, honest thought and common good to all, made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man.
According to his virtues, let us use him with all respect and rites of burial. In my tent tonight his bones shall lie, most honorably ordered like a soldier. So call the field to rest and let's away depart the glories of this happy day.
voluntarily to visit?